like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
Still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry. The sedative easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
What a way to wake. Wooden boards and iron shackles. The Divine Order's hospitality leaves much to be desired indeed.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Look, there you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters. Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what... Oh, do go on. I won't hold it against you. Promise. My, aren't we a meek little lamb? Perhaps I needn't have collared you at all, though it does look darling on you. So let's just leave it on, shall we? Because to answer your question, what this collar does is this. It makes you unable to cast Source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's. Why? Because we're at sea, of course, and have been for several days.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Source. For good.
Who
a murder here. The hatch is blocked. I'll need to find another way.
You're really red. I bet that...
Ah, there you are. Would you please tell this very...
The young woman seems about to raise her hand, but quickly
Who indeed? Why, my name is...
The children break out into giggles.
I say it is.
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin.
Yeah, okay, you found me out.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we? Like yourself, maybe. I don't mind the kiddies, usually.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish as quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
Till overboiling a bit of cabbage becomes a crime.
Here's the register, sir. Good, good. You faring okay so far? I'm glad to hear it. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
I'm trying to concentrate. They don't care about keep those bolts trained on her. And if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
Standing at the centre of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
By all means, do as the officer says. But
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly. If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
What's happened? Not long before this thing snaps into splinters. What in blazes? Something's pounding on the hull.
The marking on the door was painted red. You press your palm against the door. It doesn't budge.
Damn! That doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
You pass through the door and are suddenly face to face with an undead. His skull is bizarrely angular, and a glorious jewel sits in the middle of his forehead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia, muttering to himself.
No, no, no. What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree? It catches fire, it turns into must when wet, it cannot even resist acid. No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first time.
Oh. Yes? Shouldn't you be running or screaming or some such? Remember, one of your race's weaknesses is having your lungs filled with water until you can no longer breathe. So, try to avoid that.
The skeleton resumes his search, leafing through page after page, while hunching over the book in a few...
Please, my time is short.
You're...
These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
I thought Voidwoken was supposed to be scary.
Let the games begin.
I've faced worse.
I'll yield to none.
Magister Siwan, the one who put on this damn collar. Sounds like she needs help.
You touch the door, your belly goes...
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Orivan.
Well, that was a bit of a rough and tumble journey. I suppose I'm the lone survivor. Which is entirely appropriate, if you ask me. Brachus Rex. There were statues in my likeness round the ancient empire too. There were statues in my likeness round the ancient empire too. Perhaps some stand there still. Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Black cat, a herald of wisdom in my homeland. How fortuitous.
Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come.
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister.
Atrusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atrusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the Void destroy it. Dallas?
Yes, Your Holiness?
I believe we're done here.
What a waste. Listen. Come, will be needed elsewhere.
Listen.
Come on then, Lexi. Pay up.
I find any bread. I want no trouble.
Bread or brisket, toast the same.
Your British teaches me.
Bad luck to let one of them cross your path. Innocence. Farewell, my furry friend.
Gavels!
None of your business, you.
I've spotted something.
Stay back, sorcerer, and stay.
We know you've been helping
I do not cut my...
If you can tell the...
This can't be...
You should...
Atrusa.
Dallas.
Yes.
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
Hush now.
Come on, Dixie. Pay up.
I find any bread. I want no trouble.
Bread or bread?
Bolted on there tight, ain't it? Your grift teaches you to bully others.
Gavels.
He grumbles.
Move along.
Bad luck to let one of them from innocence. Farewell, my furry friend. Is that thing eating corpses?
The creature heaves through lips gummed with human gore. It turns to you with great effort, pain apparent in every movement, and madness screams from its wide, bloodshot eyes.
You. Quite lost. Careful, or they'll cross your wires. Now, a little query. Where maybe I unscrew your lid.
There were statues in my likeness round the ancient empire too.